This podcast is sponsored by Eric's Concrete Pavers, Rockhouse Masonry, and Tahoe Pervious Pavements. When it rains, it drains.
This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So how are you feeling over there? Feeling a little inadequate, a little
No,
jealous?
First of all, I'm feeling old. Second of all, I'm feeling real ugly. And then third, I'm feeling real old. We have two guests today. One is reappearing, Jazz. He was on episode 25.
Oh.
Say hi, Jazz.
Heyo.
And Jazz is known for being a blue Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm. It's morphin' time.
It's morphin' time. And then to my right, I have his brother Navi here. Say hi, Navi.
Hello, hello.
Navi stars in all Rivers movies, along with Jazz, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has his daughter Gianna here today. So if you hear a little one jumping around and bouncing around, that's who it is.
Yeah, she's actually high on the juice that
Yes.
Eric gave her.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Izzy drink.
Yeah,
Izzy.
juice. Real excited for
She
juice
likes
over
the
there.
juice. Yeah, she's just getting used to everything.
Coming out
here.
of her shell.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
But I was really excited to have you boys here. We're doing a podcast a little earlier than normal because our weekends are booked. And River and I are going down to do an audition. Or River's doing an audition. I'm just taking him down to L.A. tomorrow morning. Then we're coming back. So I was just filling you in. Jazz, you should be familiar with that kind of audition schedule.
Yup.
Yeah, you have any auditions lately?
Yes, I just had surprisingly December is the slowest month in my career, but surprisingly this one I've had two major auditions that I just wrapped up today.
What did you audition for?
So one of them was I can't say their names for both of them, but they were both one of them is a remake of something
Mainstream.
of a classic movie, and the second one is a movie for Miramax.
There you go.
Is the remake
Remax.
Is the remake a movie or like a show or?
It's a movie / musical.
Oh, okay. Just
Mhm.
curious.
You got to sing in it?
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
Hey now.
No problem.
I learned something new about you today.
Right.
But what else you been up to? You were you still doing the Power Ranger shows and all that stuff?
No, so we wrapped in 2019, and right now we're just, especially this year, we've been traveling a lot to a lot of different states.
Well, I was talking
cities.
about those like trade shows you go to.
I was going to say, I
Yep.
think we knew
Or
he
what-
rapped.
Right, I know. What are the trade shows
Like-
called?
Just conventions and signings.
Like
so,
Comic-Con stuff?
Yep.
Or yeah.
So we go there. Some of them are strictly just for Rangers, but surprisingly, we met a lot of people. Have you guys ever seen the show Smallville?
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen it, but I know
I've seen
I know what it is.
I know
yeah.
of it. It's a Superman
Yeah.
thing,
So
right?
I became like decent friends with the character, the guy that played Lex, Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh yeah.
And
I
you
do
meet
know
a
who
lot
that
of like
is.
anime voice actors like Goku, for
Don't
Dragon
know
Ball
those.
Z and Vegeta. So you meet a lot of connections. It's a great place to network too.
Our listeners will know what you said, but I have no
I was
clue.
like, do you even
I'm-
know what Dragon Ball Z is?
Dragon Balls? I just thought you said Dragon Balls.
Okay.
I was like, what does that mean?
That means that your balls are dragging on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's what you
actually
think.
real
That
true
was
over here.
Don't forget the Z.
Yeah. Right.
Z.
Right on. That's cool. But you've been auditioning a lot. You're getting I was
Yeah.
talking a few podcasts ago about auditioning and it's a grinder out there because you audition, you get real close, and you go to producers and for a movie or whatnot, and then don't get it.
Yeah, I think so after I was on a roll right after Rangers I did a video game, Madden 21.
I did
Right.
not know
Yeah.
that.
So I did the voiceover for the entire video game, which was, it's EA Studio, so it's a major video game studio. And I did that, and then I was on a veil for this show called Titans. I was going to become a series regular and for season 3, so we were on a veil, and we were going to figure out when, I was going to go in and read for
Why
it.
don't you tell what a veil is so people know?
Yeah, so basically a veil is casting directors are basically asking your availability from the outside dates of the shooting dates to know that if you're available. When you're on a veil, it's usually between you and like one other person or you and two other people. So I was on a veil, and then literally we were supposed to go to Kids' Choice Awards, so that got canceled the same week, and then the character that I was going for in Titans, that character also got written out.
Why did the Kids' Choice get canceled? COVID?
COVID.
Oh, geez.
So I was so excited because I was so excited to see all the different, artists there.
What were you gonna wear at Kids' Choice
Ooh,
Awards?
that's a good
Just
question.
like,
So we weren't even gonna have to bring anything. So they were gonna give us a wardrobe stylist that was gonna bring our outfits. We were
The
gonna have a
Gucci
makeup
suit?
stylist. That exactly. So they were gonna make us like, cause our show was nominated. So obviously they wanted us to give us, and then we were gonna walk the carpet. So literally a week before we were supposed to fly out. So we already had booked like our like wardrobe stylist. We had told them what colors we liked, and then that got postponed for another month. So then it just ended up getting canceled.
Buzzkill. That's horrid.
Yeah,
man.
so this year it's been a grind, man. It's been a grind. It's been coming back stronger than ever, and
Yeah, you're gonna get one of these shows. You can get so close on these shows. You're gonna get. I keep saying you're gonna get one in just a matter of time because you have no plan B, right?
No.
You're an actor. You're an actor through and through.
I think it was Will Smith that said it. There's no reason for a plan B because it distracts you from your plan A.
Your plan B is doing a scene with me in acting class.
Yeah, I
mean,
literally
that's a
have.
good life mantra. Well, not
That's
doing
just
an action
plan B.
scene with you.
I'm gonna leave you in acting class.
You push him. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't
Exactly.
do another scene with Eric.
Yeah, I know. If I gotta do another scene with Eric, I gotta get the hell out of here. This is it.
No, but I think even like being in class here at Take Two Performance Studio, I think it's important because just like going to the gym, you can't be like, oh, I need to be in shape. Like, I need to get big. I need to get in shape and then not go to the gym.
Speaking of, I'm gonna start going to the gym with both of you guys.
You should.
I should. I got a little more. I got a little more time now. I need to get yoked.
Yeah, you should bring your Speedo that you wore the other night.
Yeah, you guys would like that.
Yeah, we work on Speedos anyway, so.
You work out in Speedos. Hey, I always see you guys on social media and have no shirts on. I'll be the guy. I'll be right with you.
They'll be like, put that shirt back on,
Yeah,
sir.
put that shirt back on, Grandpa.
No.
Yeah, that must be the owner of the gym.
Yeah.
The owner of the gym. Oh, is that your driver?
Yeah. Hey, tell your agent and manager to put a shirt back on.
Right? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Unprofessional.
Yeah, we don't want to look at it as a spare tire there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Navi and Jazz, you guys both like dress real good.
Oh, thank
You do have great style.
Yeah, you really good style. Like even on a casual day, and I look like fucking shit right now between you guys. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
what did you
do
kids in the
today?
room. I didn't do anything today.
Yeah.
I need to take a shower still.
Oh, okay, great.
But anyway, these guys dress really good, and if you go on their social media, you'll see that. And we're gonna
Maybe
be
instead of
posting
going
some
to the
stuff.
gym with them, you should go shopping with them.
I think
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I think it is true what they say that the way how you dress, the way it dictates the way how you feel, and if you feel good, you look good, you are
What do
gonna
I feel
do
like
good.
then?
You feel
You
like you
tell
just got
us.
done cooking us an amazing
Right.
meal.
Oh yeah, a slave. Yeah, I gotta take off my apron.
Yeah.
I have an apron on right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them what I made you, guys. I made you dinner tonight.
Yeah, so Eric
Not Kylie,
kindly
me.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So Eric kindly made us dinner. He was very nervous to hear about what we were gonna say if we were gonna finish it, but it actually came out really good. It was like it kind of reminded me like of a lasagna, but it was grilled chicken, shredded chicken with rice and broccoli.
The
and
official name is chicken cheese, rice, and peas.
chicken
No
cheese,
peas,
But there's no
Cheese,
peas in mine.
rice
Nope.
and peas. but
chicken
no peas
cheese,
in
rice,
mine.
and broccoli.
Yes.
Right.
It
and
just
rice
doesn't
and-
flow off the tongue.
No,
It doesn't.
rice and peas. It sounds good, but
It's kind of
But
like with
anyway.
their names. It's like
Yeah.
Navraj, Sukraj, and then Jasmine.
that's how I get these guys over
Oh.
to do the podcast. I just bribe them with
Feed
food.
them, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're
That's
young,
our payments.
When you're young guys, yeah, we bribe you with food. But besides all the acting stuff, and I've done scenes with Navi. I did Navi's very first scene in acting. I don't know if you
Did
remember
you?
that.
I
You
do
did.
remember that. That was a very, very fun scene. I was super nervous about it, but
You're all
It came
nervous. You're
out
getting your
really
lines
good.
out, and then maybe you jumped in my lap and everything. And
Oh.
okay, I think you're stretching it a bit. That never happened. I think
Yeah.
it was the other way around.
no.
That was
I
your
remember.
way of showing me congratulations. Hey,
Okay.
Navi.
Good job. Good job.
What
And then-
scene did you do that you're jumping in laps?
We did a scene from As Good as It Gets.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I do remember that, and I remember because it was Navi's first scene. So I think it was Deb was the teacher. She's like, "Eric, why don't you do a scene with him because
You're
his
the
first,
best
it's
one
his-
in
You're
class.
it's just-
seasoned?
yeah, I'm seasoned. It's his first scene, so I did a scene with him, and Navi did great. Navi killed it. And from that point on, River always cast him in his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
River is my favorite director. I
Right.
love that guy.
You might be in all of River's movies.
But that's how it kind of starts, right?
It's like a
even
Ryan
with
Murphy there.
Yeah,
Just
but
follow
even
the
with the
actors.
director, what's his name, Ryan Coogler, he started out with Michael B. Jordan in film school, and he started and he did a Fruitville Station, And then, after he...
Is that true?
Yeah. And
That's
then
crazy.
because they were like friends, and then he was barely getting out of film school as a director. And then he cast Black Panther, and then he
Oh.
cast Creed.
Ah.
And so that's like his go-to actor
That's
is
his guy.
Michael B. And Michael B. Jordan doesn't
Yeah.
have to audition or anything because they're best
Awesome.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that in
Well,
an
just think-
Ellen interview. He's just like, I just got a call from Ryan, and he's all like, hey, so you want to be a villain in my new
Sure
Marvel
do.
movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Or
know.
same thing with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah, he always uses the
90%
same.
of his cast,
Mhm.
it's the same people
Yeah.
because they're all boys. You know what I mean? And they
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about that guy? You can do it. Every
Yeah,
time.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
Rob
yeah.
Schneider.
Yeah,
There-
but
Rob
wait.
Schneider.
You can do it.
Yeah. I mean, how great is that? Navi, every one of Rivers' movies, Navi will be there. You can do it.
Yeah.
Can do it. Yeah.
But someday, you never know. Riv might direct these movies. You guys will star in them. You never know.
You never know, especially
Yeah.
in this day and age. Social media is a big platform.
Yeah.
And I love how Rivers putting himself out there and doing it. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of
Just
fact
being
of
high school still,
yeah,
you know.
and still doing it, because
Yeah.
a lot of people are scared of, I don't have the budget or, but it's all about how you make it, and it's all about kind of how you edit too. And the
Yeah.
one movie that we recently did, Eric, you want to talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, take my word.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, I can never
Yeah,
remember
I
the
know
name
the name
of
of
it.
it. Take my word, but yeah, River did that. I was just craft services, Kylie and I. That was it. Craft
Right,
services. That
yep.
was it. But he did that whole. I was figuring he'd need a little more of my help, but he didn't need any of it.
Mhm.
He did not.
Own
He wrote
camera
the entire
crew, wrote the
thing.
entire thing, directed the entire thing. Jazz starred in it.
Mhm.
Navi starred in it, and
We did not.
it was
Just
no.
joking.
I didn't even get a part in it.
I know.
Well,
I-
you did an audition.
He's doing it. Yeah, he's doing another movie, and I said, "Hey, do you at least need a dad or a teacher or something like that?" He's like,
Eric's begging him.
Something-
"Yeah,
Hey, Riv.
yeah,
But
a
honest-
driver."
But honestly, guys, like when Jazz showed me, we were sitting down, and he was like, "Hey, have you seen Rivers, the project that we did?" I'm like, "No, dude, I haven't seen it." He's like, "What?" So we put it on, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, feels like a real movie. Like, what is
It
going
does.
on
You
over
would
here?
not
It was real-
expect like a
it
high
was real-
school
No,
kid.
not
to-
at all.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy
It was
part.
real clean, you know.
Here's the crazy part because once it ended, I was mad. I'm like, I want to see more.
I want more.
I want to know what happens next.
Yeah. Well, he's writing
You know?
episode 2.
Yep. He is
He's writing episode 2
2.
right now, so,
So
it should come out.
yeah, I
You
just
know,
want
he'll
to
be done with it. You know, he's gonna shoot that maybe the same time as we did the other one next
the
year.
other ones. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
want to give out a huge shout out to him. He's doing an amazing job, and I encourage him to keep getting better and better, and obviously, have me in every project because whether it's a big role or a small role, I want to be involved in it.
Yeah,
Seriously.
you both were great in it too.
Thank
You're
you. Thank you,
really
yeah.
good. I love watching you guys
Mhm.
and just being there when you were shooting it too.
Of course, yeah.
Was a
Remember
lot
that
of
one
fun.
line I kept saying? Here.
Yeah, I had a Jazz had
Shake.
this line.
You
and he
can
was like,
sign here.
"You can sign here," and so I was just happened to be in the background there, and I was like, "Riv, you gotta cut Jazz." Like, Jazz, what are you saying here for? And then he's like, "Am I really saying that?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." But it's funny for the last 6 months. Every time I see it, I go, "Hey, yeah."
You can shake. You can shake on it, or you can sign here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
It's funny though when you shoot scenes and stuff. Sometimes you don't know you're doing
No.
that, and then someone in the background like me, I'm like, "What are you doing?" You know, or
Why are you
or
saying
just-
it
you're
that
saying
way?
that, and,
Yeah.
You know, we did that. Even the scene we did last night, Jazz. A couple little things that Doug saw that we didn't see made the scene so much
So
better.
much better,
And it was
yeah.
the tiniest. I mean, the scene was I thought
Literally.
good anyway.
One line. It just
It
took
was
one line.
Yeah, and we changed it, and it was like, whoa, that was a good scene. That just changed the whole
Mm-hmm.
scene. So, it just that's why people do more than one take.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And that sometimes you need that, different person's perspective. Because then, instead of being, egotistical, when you take it and you apply it, and you're like, wow, like this actually, made the scene way better.
Yeah. When you were on the Power Rangers, did they ever say, okay, we're gonna do the final take and everybody free ball and do what you want, or did they never
Ooh,
do that?
yeah. Did you ever get
So-
to improv?
Because when you do a movie or something, they usually go,
Um,
hey, on the last take, just do what you want.
So Rangers was very nitpicky on what was allowed. And, we had to always do it the way how it was
Oh.
written. So we had absolutely
Did you have a
zero
writer?
freedom.
Did you have a writer there, or was the writer
Yeah.
the same as? Was
In-house.
the writer was the writer the same as the director or producer, or no?
No, it was different. So we had it it was a big studio, and then one of the areas, that's where the writer studio was, and they were literally like 22, 23 years old.
the writers?
The writers for Power Rangers.
Wow.
Wow. Were
One of
they
them-
from New Zealand?
Yeah. And one of
Oh.
them was like 25, 26-year-old.
That's
one
a
of them was
young
like 22,
writer.
Really
23.
Well, I mean, they're writing a kid's show.
Mm-hmm. But still, just for them to be right, and then
Yeah.
it's a lot.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because they said they would spend about like 12, 13 hours every day just bullshitting with each other and be like, what about this? Or like,
Did you ever get your
what about
lines all
this?
memorized and ready to go, and they give you a change?
All the time. I think
Oh,
that's
God
that's
dang
a
it.
given. Yeah, I remember I had this one like it was
And
a
you're all
long
ready. You're all
scene.
ready to go.
You're all
right?
ready,
Yeah.
and then there's something called like blue pages and pink pages.
Yeah.
So when I was in my trailer, I just get a knock on the door, but like, hey, so we turned everything around, so here's a new blue pages, and you read it, and you're like, it's completely different.
Oh.
Like,
You're like, I used to learn that. Yeah.
yeah.
You're like,
And then they
They
literally
don't
give
see
you like
intent.
20 minutes.
yeah. Then you got pressure, big time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pressure, because then you go on the whole crew's looking at you, especially when it's right before lunch.
Yeah. I would be so bad at that because
I was
you know,
just
I'm
gonna
getting
say
older.
that. Like,
I'd be,
I don't think you could handle that.
I couldn't do like a soap opera or anything
Absolutely not.
because
Yeah.
soap operas they'll give you a change. It's like 8 pages or something.
and
you
they're
know?
like, you don't have time because
Right.
Soap operas usually one or two takes, and
Yeah.
if you got your lines right, they'll move on, even if you
yeah.
thought that the performance was not good.
Yeah, 'cause
they don't
pe-
care.
People aren't looking for the
Yeah.
greatest performance ever. in
That's
a
how it was
soap
when
opera.
when I did.
Didn't you do All My Children or something?
No, I
Stop
did.
it.
I did Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was I was a co-star on there, and I did it. And I was just surprised on how fast they moved. There's just boom, boom. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Okay, this is the line. Okay, all right, you're wrapped. I was like, what?
Wait, I'm not
Like,
done.
yeah.
Yeah.
I spent
Can I
more
have one
time in
more
the
take?
dressing room
Yeah.
like than
Yeah.
actually on set. But when I was on set, it was huge. They had built like this.
How
it was
many-
it was
how
a
many
studio. It was a 3
Three
cameras,
camera.
and they had built an entire park in a warehouse.
Wow.
So they had grass, everything like benches, trash, like swings, everything, and where it
That's
literally
crazy.
looked like you were at a park.
Yeah.
And they had stars in the
Oh.
ceiling where it was
So
a
it looked like you're
nighttime.
at night at the
I,
park.
I one time I was on set. I was on the Paramount set, and I was they were filming that show Parenthood, and the one guy his name is Dax Shepard.
Yes.
Dax Shepard was the star of that, and they did the he lived on a houseboat.
Mhm.
So they had the houseboat, water, everything in a soundstage, and the boat was kind of rocking on water.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And
It was really
and,
was on real water.
Yeah.
Oh.
and they had a back. They
Oh,
had
in a studio, they had built
in
that.
the studio, and they had a dock
Uh-huh.
Oh.
and a big background
Yeah.
of nighttime. It was
Mhm.
they were shooting
Yeah.
at noon, and it looked like it was nighttime out there. And
Impressive.
Well, that's how they did.
but he lived on a
Titanic,
house.
too.
He lived on a
Yeah,
houseboat.
yeah.
He lived on a houseboat, so they always did his scenes right on this thing. You know.
Yeah, because I
Pretty
remember
cool.
watching behind the scenes on Titanic, and that's how Titanic was shot too. They had built a big prop ship, and they just had I forgot how many gallons of water, but the actors were actually in the water,
Yeah.
and they had to do
Yeah.
water shoots.
When did they
and-
use warm water, or they use cold water because they wanted to be
I think
cold?
in Titanic they used cold.
Yeah,
because
I
they
think so.
wanted
Because
them
they
to
wanted
be,
them to be
like,
cold.
and they wanted to be shivering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think in them for them they used cold.
Yeah,
I
that
makes
think I saw
sense,
something.
yeah.
What
that
was
said they did.
so it was Jack, and what was the girl's name?
Rose.
Rose had enough room. She could have scooted over for Jack.
She totally
yeah.
could have.
But she was all spread out on that. What was it? She was on a
The
piece
door.
of
It
wood.
was
Yeah,
like
it
a
was on a door.
door.
She had more than enough room, but she was just being
Yes.
selfish.
She's cold, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
add
she was
another
doing.
body and you could have been
Exact-
warm.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Body heat.
Selfish.
She was
Yeah.
over there all spread out.
Yeah, and she lived too.
And
And
she
she
lived.
And
lived.
he died.
And
he
he
died.
died.
She let
I
go.
know.
I think everyone wanted Jack to be alive at the end. Like, what if he is some
I
old,
did.
like
I
in a
know.
different,
They like found
Like
each
he
other.
made it.
Yeah.
Like he went on a different boat or something. yeah.
exactly, like he was,
Yeah.
someone caught him, and then, but no.
That'd have been interesting.
That would have been
And
a
they
nice
met up.
twist.
They met up when they were old.
and then,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
That'd have been just like what's that show? The Notebook.
The Note.
Yeah.
I've
But
actually
that was
never
good.
seen that movie.
So-
That's
Excuse me?
an amazing movie.
I've
Notebook.
never seen the
How have you
Notebook.
never seen The Notebook?
It's a romantic movie.
I
No.
heard it. I mean, I heard it's good, but I've personally
good.
never seen it. And plus, it's just too long.
No, but it's a
It's good,
really
yeah.
because I was
It's
on
a
a
good
plane
one.
one day going to Dallas and I saw The Notebook and I was like, oh,
It's Ryan
it's a
Gosling,
chick
right?
flicks,
Yes.
like you don't want to watch it. But yeah, when I watched it, it was a storyline that got me, and plus,
Yes.
Good
the
acting,
actors
good
were
writing.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of chick flicks, I think one of the best chick flicks I've ever seen was I think it was called When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that
you
movie
act like
was
you never. That's
I
a
know.
super famous
This
movie.
is
that
how you
movie
know that
was
they're young.
Amazing, like
It is
that.
a good
That was
movie.
one. And
It's real
I've,
funny.
I've been telling Jazz, I'm like, dude, you should watch. I'll watch it.
I'll
should
watch it when
watch
he
it.
watches The Notebook.
Oh, there you go.
Why don't you watch The Notebook and then watch When Harry Met Sally?
Harry Met Sally. In my opinion, I don't know how you guys feel. In my opinion, that
What about when
movie
Eric
was
met
a 10 out of
Kylie?
10.
Have you heard about that movie?
That
That's right now.
movie is in production, right? When Eric,
Huh? What about when Eric met Kiley?
Yeah,
that actually has a good tone.
that's a
to
good.
it.
That's a good movie.
2024 release when
Right.
Eric
Yeah,
met Kiley.
Rav, it's your next movie.
Yeah.
Right. We don't need Meg Ryan and who's the guy in it?
Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal. Yeah, we don't need them.
No.
Ah.
But Gianna, she's waking up now.
Yeah.
she's in
She's,
her,
warmed up.
She's warmed up. So
Mhm.
folks, if you hear the little kid running around, it really is a little kid running around.
Yeah. You're not hearing things.
And
Nope.
that's another day in life with Eric today.
Right.
Exactly.
Unexpected. Anyway, you guys just got back from India,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
you're from India, correct?
Well, all three of us, we were born in the States, but we lived out there as growing up as kids. You know, our
Mhm.
parents were business owners. So they were so motivated, you know, to be successful and strive. So they were like, you know what? We're going to put a little bit more attention towards the business and finances. So let us send our kids back home so they can learn the culture, learn the language, get to know who they are, you know, get to know their family essentially.
Well, let me get this straight. Your parents came over, had you kids, and then they went back with you.
No,
No. They
No.
stayed here.
Yeah, they stayed here. I was actually the first one to ever travel. I think the
Oh, they
From-
sent you guys back as kid without them.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So my grandma came and she took Navi
Gotcha.
first. and-
No,
Okay.
no. She never took me. I was just sent back
with no parents.
with no parents. I guess apparently, I'm not. You know, from what they told me is that you could tell them, hey, we're sending this kid back, and you know, there's always like a air hostess or something that monitors or watches you while you get there. But my first time there, I believe I was 1.5 or 2 years old.
Whoa.
So
Yeah,
basically like Gianna.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Wow.
Would
Yeah.
you send her to India right
My
now?
parents were sad that he actually made it to India.
Yeah, would you send her to India?
Honestly, I don't have the heart.
I don't.
No.
I wouldn't either.
No, you know,
Well, it's-
I don't know
that's
what
tough.
was going through my parents.
Well, your parents are old school.
He's not
Yeah,
strong-willed.
Oh, and it
seriously.
was a different time back then.
Yeah, different, simpler time, I would say.
Yes.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And in today's day and age, never.
Right.
No.
So let's clear
You
this
know.
up real quick because it's a little confusing to me. So your parents came over here, sent you back, and did Jazz go back too?
Okay, so after I went back, that's when my mom had our middle brother, Sukraj. So hi, baby. Yeah.
She
So
found a battery.
she had him, and then you know, Jazz wasn't supposed to meant to be. It was an accident. You know.
Wasn't
It was
supposed
an
to meant to
accident,
be.
Best
Yeah.
accident of your life.
Yeah,
He's
worst.
all sure.
Worst. I was
Yeah.
like, what were you
Dad,
thinking?
my parents
Dad?
were really depressed until I came along.
Oh.
Sure.
My dad sent him to India.
Maybe that's why they sent him
wanting,
away.
yeah, exactly. He was hoping that he wasn't gonna make it to India.
Oh, wow, that's pretty harsh, dude.
He was like this. Let's hope he gets
Yeah.
lost.
And then so let's keep the story moving. When did Jazz go over to India?
He did.
Yeah.
Okay, so eventually, so here's the funny story, right? When Jazz was, my parents had sent Jazz, and me and our middle brother Sukraj, we were in the States. So our grandma came and picked us up, and we flew from here all the way to China. So now here's the
Whoa. Okay.
here's the interesting
Yeah,
part,
I
right?
get it, Okay.
Because I still remember this as a kid pretty vividly. So we get there, we get to the airport, and as soon as we get there, you know, as our flight was about to board, guess what? Mine and my brother's passports were expired,
And you're in China.
and we're in China,
Oh,
and
no.
they didn't catch that. They had no idea at first, right? So as soon as they saw that, they were like, "Whoa, we have to send you guys back." And
Oh.
and mind you, my grandma, she is illiterate, like literally does not read, write, or speak English.
Yeah.
She does not read,
And
write.
she's traveling with you guys with kids.
Seriously, and she does not read, write Punjabi either.
Oh.
So
Not even in her home language. She doesn't.
no,
No.
not at all. Because
Wow.
you know what? Back in those days,
When she grew up.
when she
yeah.
grew up, I mean, people were doing what? Let's say they were going to school from maybe age 1 to 3 or 4,
Mm.
and then after that, it was just
Like-
it was work, family life, learning how to cook, clean, and get married as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So me and Sukraj and my grandma were stuck there now, right? They somehow get the information to our parents, and our parents like, whoa, we had
No
idea
Yeah.
that this is the case. So what they did was they took us to this. It was
an
like
embassy.
it wasn't even an embassy. It was a
Oh.
Chinese hotel.
Oh, okay.
And I remember that was like one of my favorite times because they had this huge line of buffet. Like they had
Oh,
all these
man.
pastries. And
It wasn't next to
food
like
and,
a dog pound, was it?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's where I saw Eric.
Meat market. Yeah.
That's where I saw
Meat market. Bat meat.
That's where they got tagged.
Yeah.
Tag them up and load them, boys.
Those are the best egg rolls I ever had.
Oh,
Szechuan chicken, but yeah. So we were there for about a day and a half because we went there. They checked us in. We had an amazing meal because I still reminisce about that those days. Sometimes I'm like, wow, what a time it was to be alive. You know.
What kind of food did you eat?
All I remember was I just saw pastries.
Oh,
and
just
it
a bunch of
smelled
pastries.
amazing. I
Okay.
mean, you know, for a kid, like dessert
Right.
is
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
That's where it's at.
you know. And then I remember them taking us to our room, and you know, as a kid, like you don't understand anything, so I'm flipping to the channels. Everything is Chinese, 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 Chinese. But thankfully, the next day, my parents they had expedited our passports
you
and
can-
got everything renewed.
Right.
And we finally had landed in India. And when we got there, I think that was the first time that we had remember seeing Jazz. Because Jazz was a little kid. He was about 3 or 4 years old.
I was already in India.
Yeah.
They just
Oh.
shipped you off to India
So he
as
was,
a baby?
Yeah, he
That's
was
the
a,
strangest thing.
Yeah,
I
I went
don't
to
know-
India at I think I was like probably not even a year or probably
Oh.
barely a year.
And so you barely even saw your brother, but you knew you had one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'd never
And,
seen him until I was like 3-4 years old.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No. So we knew our brother because remember we have the pictures where you're
But I don't remember.
where
like,
you're
I was
bald.
too
Oh
young.
yeah, well you don't remember, but we remember.
You're bold.
I think
I'd like to see that.
No.
I'm pretty sure our grandma came and took him with her. And then we went back there too. So when we went back there, we actually lived all 3 of us were reunited, I guess you can say, right?
And, so all three of you were reunited in India.
In India, yeah.
And you were going to school there and
Mhm.
everything?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
was it harsh going to school there? Like you get the
It was harsh because they can actually legally they can beat you up like the
Ah,
teachers.
The teachers can.
yeah.
like-
Yeah, they
like,
used to hit us
uh,
with rulers, like slap us on the face, hard too. It wasn't like
Oh.
a love tap. It
like
was
you don't know the answer. They
They
smack
slap
you
you.
in the face.
Yep. If your shoes were dirty because
Yeah, and everybody bitches about America.
I do that to
Come
you.
on. Yeah. I don't know
Or
the
like-
answer. I don't know the answer. Right in the face, I get it.
And with
Dirty
like our,
shoes? Oh, God.
exactly. And if we had mud on our shoes, they would be like call you like in a roll call. And if you had muddy shoes, they would put you to this side. Clean shoes, you're going in. And then they would come and they just
You wear uniforms at school, right?
yep. And they would slap you.
Uniforms, Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like
Slap
baby blue
you.
shirts and khaki shorts.
I don't know what color. I think it was like black.
No,
right?
it was dark gray
dark
Ah.
gray.
in the wintertime. So I remember a time where so I was in I believe I was in 3rd grade. Yeah, so I'm in 3rd grade, and my English teacher was also their English teacher. So she was
Okay.
so she was teaching the younger kids as well as like your 3rd and 4th graders, and him and Sakraj. Well, you guys were in the same grade, weren't you guys? Or like a year apart?
I think like a year apart.
A year apart. But anyways, she didn't want to hit them, right? So
Oh.
she called for me.
Oh, because she was like,
Jenna,
I'll just
hey,
hit the brother then.
no.
I'm gonna have it was
Yeah.
like I'm gonna have your brother punish you. So
Oh,
she-
you
no.
had to hit them.
yeah. So she sent somebody to get me, and I'm like, why am I being called? I had no idea, right?
Yeah.
So I go into the class. I'm like, hey,
up?
what's
Yeah.
going on? Yeah. She's like, well, your brothers didn't do their homework or they failed their test.
What? Yeah.
So I want you to slap them, and I'm like,
Oh my
well, how
God.
do I slap my own brothers in front of everybody? Like, this is weird.
That is weird.
And
But,
we're there like this.
Yeah.
But I,
Yeah. Or were you
but I
like,
had to
you
do
don't
it.
So
do
was
it?
was it just a daily thing? You got smacked or beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Did you think-
they did,
When you
but
came
not
to
me. I
America,
was-
did you think
I
this
was
is the
smart.
easiest thing ever? They don't even beat you.
Yep. Exactly. They're not even.
I
Yeah.
don't even have to do my homework here.
Yeah, they don't even,
give
they
a
don't
shit.
care if I even
Yeah.
turn my paper in.
Yeah, in India, if you didn't study or you turn in your homework late, you're gonna get beat up.
yeah, there was this one time where I forgot to do my homework, and I believe I was in 3rd or 4th grade. It was one of those 2 grades, and our teacher came in, and we would all get up. Good morning, Mister blah blah blah, whatever he or her name is. And we'll sit down, and then the first thing he said was, he's like, okay, everybody take your homeworks out, and whoever didn't do their homework, stand up.
Oh,
So
no.
I was one
Oh,
of the
no.
kids, and I think out of the classes where, average size class, you have like 20 to 25, maybe 30 kids sometimes. Out of our class, I believe it was about 5 to 10 people maximum that didn't do their homework. And then, so, it comes on by one,
Whoa.
right on the face. Right on the
Oh
face.
man! And what do you
know
just
what I-
sit down after that, or do you just
Yeah,
stand there?
teary-eyed.
you
eyes
sit
start
down
tearing,
after that.
yeah.
It was, and the thing is, it's not like you
And
go
everybody
home.
just looks at you.
Yeah. And here's the sad part. It's not like you could go home and be like, my teacher hit me. Like, your
They were
parents
like,
are going to be
"Good."
like, why did your teacher hit
Yeah.
you? Because I didn't do my homework.
Well, it's
Good.
your own
Why
fault,
didn't
yeah.
you do
Yeah.
your
Why do
homework?
your homework?
They think it's
And then they
it
hit
teaches
you.
you
No.
discipline.
Yeah,
I
literally.
think when you're a kid
I mean,
growing
that
up
really
in India,
teaches you
it
do your
teaches you
freaking
discipline.
homework,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there is a reason you
Mhm.
guys are India is educationally
Yeah.
superior to the United States.
No,
Yeah,
ser-
because-
seriously.
yeah.
It's true.
Because you do your homework here and no one gives a shit.
No,
Right.
nobody cares.
I
Like,
think,
oh,
I
okay,
think they
well,
should start beating the kids here.
yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously. Now,
I'm kind of
now,
not
mind you,
joking.
like-
I know.
No.
Why?
I think it'll
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and doTERRA Essential Oils. You can get those from Aislinn Mueller. At This Essential Life is her handle.
Hey everybody, this is Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. You want a custom home from a Southern California premier home builder? Call me, Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders, 310-465-3347.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
G&E Painting and Drywall, servicing Reno, Tahoe, and Truckee areas for over 25 years.
Call G&E today for all of your painting and drywall needs at 775-833-0551.
Well, Keeks, it's that time. Last call.
So this is actually a faux last call?
It's a faux last call because we cut this episode in half.
We decided, yeah, we kept going for, what was it, like an hour and a half, 15-minute episode with these guys?
Yeah, because it's so interesting.
It was, so we kept going. We didn't realize we were going, so we decided to cut it in half. So this is our first last call.
Our
just
first
Eric
last
and
call.
I.
And then we're going to air the second half of this
So it's a
January
li-
4th.
Yeah, this is a little teaser trailer
Of
of what
Jazz
these
and
guys and
yeah.
us talked about.
Jazz and Navi. Because
Yeah.
Kiley and I will be in Key West.
Yes, so we needed a
Mucking
little
it up.
extra. We're going to actually take a vacation without a podcast.
We'll be getting naked in Key West.
Oh, boy.
Right, Keeks?
I mean,
Come
everyone
on.
has to get naked at the end of the night,
Sorry.
right?
Yeah, sorry, kids. Plug your ears, kids. Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
That's why you wanted to go to Key West?
But yeah, right. do they wear clothes in Key West? I
I don't know. I've never been there.
Oh, okay, I'll let you know. Actually, let me tell you now. They don't.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Nips
just
out?
get ready. Nips out. Nips and tips out.
Ew, nips and tips. Keep that tip in, please.
I'll wear spandex the whole
Oh,
time.
attractive.
Yeah. So earmuffs, kids.
Too late. It's happened. They're bleeding. Their ears are bleeding.
Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast, or just go to our website at www.lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers.
Key West.
Tune in for part 2.